The Gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ according to Luke chapter 9, beginning at the 18th verse. Once when Jesus was praying in solitude and the disciples were with him, he asked them, "Who do the crowd say that I am?" They said in reply, "John the Baptist, others Elijah, still others one of the ancient prophets has arisen." Then he said to them, "But who do you say that I am?" Peter said in reply, "The Christ of God." He rebuked them and directed them not to tell this to anyone. He said, "The Son of Man must suffer greatly and be rejected by the elders and the chief priests and the scribes, and be killed, and on the third day be raised." How well do people know me? Is the question that Jesus was asking his disciples in the gospel reading. We would all ask that same question in relation to ourselves. How well do people know me? The answer we would probably give is not very well. People who met Jesus did not know him very well. They thought of him as a prophet like Elijah or John the Baptist. There was some truth in that assessment of Jesus, just as there will be some truth in how people, whom we don't know very well, perceive us. However, if we were to ask those close to us, "How do you see me?" we could expect to get a more insightful answer. When Jesus asked his closest associates how they saw him, the answer was much closer to the reality of who Jesus really was. Peter, the spokesperson for the others, said, "The Christ of God." Yet even that answer only scratched the surface of who Jesus really was. There is always much more to us than even those closest to us perceive. In response to Peter's answer, Jesus revealed a little more of himself to them, an aspect of his identity that they would never have imagined. He spoke of himself as the Son of Man who had to take the path of suffering, rejection, and ultimately death in the carrying out of his mission. If there is more to us than even our closest friends are aware of, that is even truer of Jesus. After all, he was God in human form, and God is profoundly mysterious. When it comes to Jesus, we are always on a path of discovery until that moment when in eternity we see him face to face.